Good morning, welcome to Sterling High School. Today is Friday, the 13th of November, and I am Jarod Claybourn, your principal here at Sterling High School. Welcome and thank you. I want to start out by acknowledging the fact that Sterling High School has now completed 8 weeks of in-person hybrid instruction, and that's after our fall restarts, which included the training and safety training necessarily to safely open our building. And I want to give a shout out to all stakeholders for their commitment to that, from maintenance to technology to staff, students, parents, everyone around ensuring that we had a safe start at Sterling High School. Many of our neighbors or peers are not yet in school, but Sterling High School has conducted 8 weeks of in-person instruction, and that's credit to all stakeholders, so thank you very much. With that being said, I want to continue to state that Sterling High School is safe, and that there is no transmissions of any type of influenza or pandemic COVID inside our building. We can control what happens in here, and we continue to control what comes in based on the participation of you as students and parents and the honesty and the forthcoming that you are providing to the school. With that being said, we cannot control what occurs outside of the building. And individuals or household decisions do have an impact that impact the greater or broad community, which includes not only our school, but potentially other schools. With that being said, you must take every effort to preserve our right to have in-person instruction for those that want to come into this safe building and participate. For those that are not comfortable and still want to remain remote, we totally understand and have compassion for. But please, as you plan your holiday, when you go into the Thanksgiving and Christmas, you must make every effort to be scheduling new plans, different changes to what was the norm, and make 2020 continue to be successful for you and your family in a different way, so that we are protecting not only ourselves and our personal bubble, but the people around us and the down the line. Because the trickle effect of individual or household decisions is greater than you could ever imagine. So again, please prioritize that. And as we work tirelessly to respond to any type of COVID-related issue, whether it's a close contact or anything, I want to point out where that information is available on the website. This information has been available since the beginning of the school year. Again, county documents. Under the Road to Back banner, you can click here, or if you scroll down, the click here button for the return to school. On this road back in the fall return, you can see all the information. We post all of the videos, and I want to point out this section on county documents. Very important information here. A couple of them that I want to follow up with is, what do we do in response to a confirmed or suspected COVID case? Again, this information was provided by the Camden County Department of Education. Refers to scenarios. What happens if you're a close contact? States clearly that close contacts must be quarantined for 14 days and that they need to be tested upon return. If you have different information from your pediatrician, that's no problem with us, because it does also refer to the fact that pediatrician, a doctor's note, could state why somebody may not have been tested. But from our policy, we're following right from this. Other questions that continue to come up is, why can't I test out of COVID-19 quarantine? Again, the Camden County Department and the CDS, New Jersey Health, released this information referring to, even if you test negative, you must still complete your quarantine. These are not decisions of Sterling High School. This is provided above us by New Jersey State Department of Health, the CDC, and the Camden County Department of Health. Again, more documentation on how schools were to open, the copy of the template letter that are received by people that are identified as close contacts or related. These, again, the contact tracing, all of that information is conducted by the county. What your job is to do is maintain the safe distancing professionally within the building. Our classrooms are safely distanced. Teachers are safe and distant from students. And as students move through the building, they clean, they wipe their desks, and we continue with instruction, and it is working very effectively. We provide, if there's ever a concern, we provide the information to the county. The county is the one that chooses who and how often they complete that contact tracing. And then they report back to us and tell us, okay, this person or individuals have been identified as close contacts and must quarantine. We've been very successful. And again, we thank you for participating with us in doing those things. With that being said, I just want to update you on the calendar. So if you go back to the main website under school, we have updated our calendar to reflect the remainder of the year under hybrid instruction. Okay, that hybrid instruction continues where Wednesdays are the fully remote, and you can see it here. Again, that's accessible under the school tab and at the bottom, 2020 school year. If, again, for some reason, the county or local departments put us out for a period of time. The rumor wheels are going, and I'm sure all of you have heard them, that we might get shut down by the government or whatever it might be. If that occurs, we will continue with our current schedule, which is the hybrid schedule, students logging in at 8, 9, 10, 11, but they just do it remotely. So please don't be confused on hybrid remote. As far as the timeline or the login times for your students, we will continue that, whether we are closed down for a single day or if we get closed from now to Christmas. That's what our plan will be, and we will continue to communicate that to you. But Sterling High School, again, is very safe and are finding great success with in-person instruction. As we dealt with the reporting term Q1 ending, we are identifying students who need additional supports. We have launched our peers tutoring program, and you can find that at the school website. Additionally, we want to invite more students to come onto campus. The social distancing dictates that about half of a regular classroom, so if a regular classroom is 25 students enrolled in the class, about half, 12 to 15, will fit safely in our classrooms. Well, if you are interested in coming to school for 4 days during our hybrid, then we want to make that offer. So you will receive an application that's going to come out that you can apply for 4 days of in-person instruction. Of course, we won't be able to grant every person that opportunity, but we want to offer it, and as long as we can maintain social distancing based on the numbers, then we're going to invite more students back into our building because Sterling High School is safe here for all those that are choosing to answer the self-questionnaires properly, for being honest with what they're doing, and maintaining the proper social distancing measures outside of Sterling High School. So please look for that. Additionally, next week is parent-teacher conferences. So on Tuesday, the 17th, parent-teachers conferences will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. Parent conferences have to be done and scheduled by parents or guardians contacting teachers directly via email, or you can contact your guidance counselor and request a conference. Conferences will occur over Microsoft Teams virtually, where teachers and parents can communicate through Teams. We'll send out additional information. I believe went out last night, the night of Thursday, the 12th, from Mr. McCullough regarding parent conferences, and you can schedule that. So please do that. Again, this is follow-up from our Q1 reporting term. Okay, we talked about conferences, the updated calendar, application to come for 4 days in-person instruction. A couple of other announcements. I want to thank our ROTC for recognizing our local veterans. Typically, the ROTC program offers annual veterans breakfast. Due to social distancing, we could not do that, but what we did do, and our team did a great job, our youth within the program delivered over 50 meals to local veterans in our community. So thank you for that, and thank you to our veterans for their service to our country. Next week is National Professional Support Day on November 18th. So I'm just ahead of the game. Want to thank all of our support staff within the building, from technology, administrative assistants, our people behind the scenes, our maintenance staff. Thank you for the supports that you give so that we can provide a safe and healthy place for instruction. The YouTube Channel 19, I'm going to point that out on the website. If you're not familiar with this, or if you're accustomed to YouTube, if you can just go, we've relinked this button on the website, which will go right to Channel 19's live link. I just want to shout out again the wonderful work that happens and occurs via YouTube and Channel 19. And if any live streams coming right up there, but if you just click on Channel 19 and follow, some of the things that were posted recently include the Student of the Month. So check out videos done by Mr. Redmond and Believe in You from Channel 19 on the October and November Students of the Month. Please check those things out. One last reminder regarding remote learning is just that when you're at home, parents, please continue to remind your students that they should be turning on their cameras at some point during the synchronous portion of instruction to say hello to the teachers, to confirm that they're there, they're awake, they're aware. Make sure that they're in a positive workspace, not necessarily laying down in their bed, but at a place that is as safe and healthy and conducive to productivity and work. Please overemphasize that with your student as they are continuing to connect remotely. Again, turn those cameras on. One of the things we're finding in this is that even though synchronous instruction is occurring and we are communicating and delivering material to them, one of the things that I'm sure that you can attest to as well is just that face-to-face interaction, the social, emotional interaction. So with that, we're going to continue to increase and preach the ability to turn on your camera, to connect with your teachers, to see the other students in the class, and use that as often as you can. It's a wonderful tool that we have. Okay, guys, again, fantastic job. 8 weeks of in-person instruction have occurred here at Sterling High School. Our teachers are phenomenally doing synchronous instruction for all those students that are on remote. Sterling High School is safe. We respond by the guidance of the Camden County Department of Health for any related issues. They guide us and we disseminate that information. Unfortunately, there are cases where we have to quarantine or that we have to get a test as a result of it, and we thank you for your support and cooperation in doing so. We plan to be in person, but the governor, local, they might put all schools out. We don't know the answers to that yet. If they do, we are prepared. We're going to continue with this hybrid instructional model. They would just do it remotely, 8, 9, 10, 11. So just watch for that. But until that time happens, please look to apply to come 4 days into our building as it is safe, and we're happy to greet you, meet you, and see you. With that, please have a great weekend, and as always, go Knights.